Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. I am Nisha for those who are tuning in for the very first time. Hey girl, hey, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with my weekly refresh of Shop My Stash, where I kind of use my daily products that I would use for my face down to my palettes and stuff like that, what I'm going to be using for the week. This is time for me to reset to make sure that I'm utilizing all my stuff that I have in my collection back there. So let's go ahead and quickly get into this video. And y'all are gonna notice, if you guys tuned in to last week's Shop My Stash, I pretty much grabbed everything all over again, and I'll explain that in a minute. But let's go ahead and reshop the stash. All right, so here is gonna be my little cute little shopping bag. I decided it's gonna be on part of the new Shop My Stash weekly refresh. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this bag up. There's nothing in here, so let's go ahead and get into my drawers. Let's get into this first one. Okay, so this is my primer drawer. So y'all know I have everything kind of like organized finally for this drawer. So my grippies and my mattes over here, my hydrating, my poreless, anything that's not that formula is over here, and then my new ones, and then just random other primers, minis, and then the e.l.f. little collection over here. So I'm kind of going to pick out the same stuff I picked up from last week because I felt like I didn't really get a chance to use them. I only used it once, which was the Maybelline Jelly Primer that I'm going to be picking out. And then I'm going to pick out the L'Oreal. That's what I picked out last week as well. And then this one that I haven't got a chance to use yet, but I found her. I knew I had her. This is the Grippy Serum one. So I'm excited to see how this is going to perform. So those are the three primers that I'm going to pick out. And then we're going to move on to foundation and concealer. Same things that I picked up from last week. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation from the Feels of Me Trying Her. Y'all, I think this is going to be like a good like foundation that I'm going to have on heavy rotation. So we'll get more about that later throughout this week. For my concealers, I am going to switch up my concealers that I picked up last week. I'm going to actually pick out the Maybelline one, and then you know what, I do want to kind of like empty my products, so I'm gonna pick the e.l.f. one up. Where's e.l.f. at? I thought I seen her. She has a white top, right? I can't find her. Nope, that's Fenty. Nope, that's Ilia. Where is, oh, e.l.f. is black top. Okay, she's almost out, so I'm gonna just utilize her and just use her because I want to, you know, pretty much start decluttering my collection. So we got that set. Boom, bam. Let's move on to the next drawer. All right, for my powders, I'm pretty much picking out the same powders I picked out last week. Beauty Bakery for my under eye brightening color, and then I'm gonna pick out the Maybelline Fit Me for all over the face. And then another powder that I want to add, I'm going to take a pressed powder. This is going to be for like underneath my eyes. So this is kind of like the same shade as the loose powder from Beauty Bakery. So for bronzers, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer for liquid contouring. And then I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal for my powder contouring. And I kind of want to have a powder moment. I mean, a highlighter moment. I feel like I haven't been wearing my highlighters. They're in here, so let's utilize them. You know, I got some way in the back, way in the cut. You know, who is this? Oh, that's e.l.f. Let's see. We're trying to keep it cute, keep it affordable. I don't have no color pop in here. That's not like me. Oh, look at this. We got Essence. That ain't getting no more affordable than this. Okay, let's do Essence. So something new that I want to add to the Shop My Stash is, yes, y'all already know that I always pick out my base routine with you guys. I always pick out my eyeshadow palettes for the week. But something I kind of want to get back into doing as well, because I feel like I've been favoritism, kind of like the same products. So we're going to pick out lip products to pick out for this week to kind of utilize. But the kicker about this, once I use these, I should not see them on rotation for another like 2-3 weeks. Maybe a good month. We're going to say a month, okay? I'm not going to see these lip products for a month. I'm gonna try to keep pushing them for more than that, because the amount of lip products that I have, I don't need to buy another damn lip product ever again in my life, ever. Okay, but that ain't gonna stop me. So I want to make sure I'm utilizing my lip products, because I have so much lip products, so much new ones. So let's pick out lip products, let's pick out blushes, and what else? My eyebrow pencil that I'm gonna be using for the week as well. Okay, so this little part right here is usually where I have all of my these are like my eyeliners. I'm not going to pick these out because it just kind of go with the flow of the makeup look. But here I have majority of my eyebrow pencils, besides my little pimple patch thing that I got right here. Let me move that out the way. And then this is just the top of my my sprays with my Skittles. For my eyebrows for this week, I want to focus on using the Morphe. So that way, if y'all see any looks that I do this week, y'all know that I use my Morphe Java eyebrow pencil. And then let's move on to lip product. I have my floor, which is a hot mess, but these are literally all new products that I have not used, haven't touched. So I'm going to dig and grab a couple of products from here that I want to try out for this week. So let's see what we have in here. This is like mainly like all like face stuff. So I feel like I picked out enough new face products for this week to where, let's see, what is this? This is a NARS blush. What is this? Patrick Ta. I haven't used you yet. Baby, let me put you on rotation. We got Patrick Ta. Oh, wait, hold up. I see something. I see something else. Oh, my gosh. Why am I not using this stuff? Okay, I'm gonna grab this. I feel like she needs to be used. Let me put that in the shopping bag. A couple of lip products that I want to use and try out. We have some new Maybellines. I know I have more than one in here. I can't find it, so let's just focus on that. Let's do the new NYX. I'm also going to pick out this ColourPop one. And then I need some glosses. This is a plumper. I need more glosses in the mix of Maybelline. Oh, look. This might be a Maybelline week. I think that's it, because I can still switch up and add more products. Got that in the mix. For my setting spray, let's go over to my little setting spray section, because that's the only thing I'm missing. This little random section over here is majority of my sprays that was able to fit on here. So for this week, I'm gonna grab my Milani. I got a fresh new one. I finally emptied the other one, I think. At least I ain't seen her. Let's see, who else we using for the week? For Super All Over to Stay, let's go in with Revolution. And I think that would be a good face combo. I almost forgot about this. Let's use the Maybelline. Okay, I think I'm almost out. Okay, so that was exciting. So as y'all can see, I kind of add a little bit more zhuzh to this. I'm not just picking out my base routine. I'm actually picking out everything in my collection that I need to utilize. I really feel like I need to add some more lip products into this combination of what I picked out, but we're gonna keep it cute on here. Let's see what's on my desk. Let me add the L'Oreal on here, because I'm really gonna put this stuff up. Like, my desk is just a hot mess, but I really want to make sure that I'm utilizing these things. I did not pick up my blushes because I'm doing a thing on TikTok, I think by the end of this month, that I'm going to be starting, and it's kind of like the next blush countdown. I'm not going to say what it is or what I'm doing, but be on the lookout for that. So I'm not going to pick out the blush, because in that video I purposely have to pick out the blush for that video, or 2 or 3 or 4. So y'all be on the lookout for that. So that was the only thing that I did not pick out. And also my lashes, my lash drawer, she not organized. I could even open it if I wanted to, because right now I just dropped, damn it, I just lost my drawer. I was about to say I have my lashes that I've mainly been using in here, but yeah, she's on the floor somewhere. So I can't even show you guys what lashes that I'm going to be using for that week either, because I kind of really base my lashes off of what my look kind of turns out to be. But I feel like I've been like favoring like a couple of the same lashes, which has been Juvia's Place. I've been wearing the style Egypt, which is what I have on right now, or either my Egypt extra large, which is a little bit more lengthier than this, and then the other Juvia's Place lashes that starts with an N. I think they're called Neffety, something like that. Those have been like my three go-to, or either my Miami Flare. But I have like one pair left in my backup. I'm waiting for 21 Days of Beauty because I know it's going to be available for 21 Days of Beauty. It has to be. It's always. So that's where I stack up and buy my Miami Flare. Don't buy it up, okay? So that was the only thing I didn't pick out was my lashes and blushes. But everything else is in here. I'm excited. So with that being said, all the things that I picked out, I felt like I was leaning towards some good affordable products that I picked out this week. So I kind of want to keep the same mindset when it came down to my eyeshadow palette. So let me show you guys what I hope to be using for this week when it comes down to my eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I did pick out, I think, a total of like 6 eyeshadow palettes. If I don't get to all 6 of them, that's fine. But this is just kind of, you know, me utilizing the eyeshadow palettes in my collection to make sure everything and everybody is getting used in my collection. So block, we got my girl Miss Coloraine. This is gonna be the Pretty Chic palette, and this is what she looks like. Really beautiful color story. I have a palette I feel like I have not used. This is the LA Girl. This is the Pro Neutral eyeshadow palette. This is what she looks like. I feel like, I think it was last week, I can't remember which week it was, but I tried a little mini eyeshadow palette from LA Girls, or was it LA Colors? One of the LAs, okay, and the quality really surprised me. I was like, oh wow. So I remember I got this palette, I want to say last year. I got this sent over in PR and I've never used it. The color story is pretty decent, I think, in my opinion. There we go. Now you can really see it. Like, I think the color story is pretty decent. There's a mixture of matte and metallics in here, so I'm curious to see how this eyeshadow is going to perform. In my head, I feel like I tried this before and I did like it, but I don't have no recognition of it, so we're going to revisit her, hopefully. Next, I have Glamlight. This is going to be the Barbie palette for my girl Miss Glamlight. Now she is going to be a little bit damaged because I remember when I had a water damage in my room last year and everything that was on my desk literally got soaked, and this was unfortunately one of them. She still performs the way she's supposed to perform, so none of the eyeshadows got damaged. It's just the outside of my palette's like really puffy and it's really hard for it to close. But the color story, oh my gosh, this is definitely like top 5 of my favorite palette from Glamlight, without a doubt. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, so like I said, I wanted to keep it cute, keep it affordable. So I have the Nude Ambition. This is from Morphe. This is one of their older eyeshadow palettes that I never got a chance to use, so I thought that I'd go ahead and have her on rotation. She's an easy, simple, beautiful, neutral color story that I feel like, now that I'm looking at my colors, eyeshadow palettes, I picked out a lot of neutral palette. I think just because, just to take it easy on myself. Clearly you can see what I have on my eyes, keeping it simple, keeping it neutral. But I feel like I have a nice balance though, in my opinion. Anywho, let's keep it pushing. So next I have the Lovers palette from Cosmic Brushes, and I feel like this color story is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I forgot there's one shadow in here that's broken, so I gotta be very gentle. This is her right here that's broken, so I'm gonna kind of tilt her a little bit, but this is the beautiful color story. I like the fact that it's like neutrals on this side, and then we have like the tones of like the earthy tones, the greens and the blues and stuff going on. Oh, it's purples in here too. I didn't realize that. I feel like the more I blow this eyeshadow, I know the more that it's going to break. I gotta figure out how to fix this eyeshadow because I've been having no luck with my Clarity Fragile eyeshadows. They've just been completely broken to where I just scrape it all the way out so that way it won't ruin the rest of the palette. But I gotta figure out a way to really properly save these eyeshadows. So let me put her somewhere where she's not gonna fall, you know? Okay, she better not fall, I'm gonna cry. All right, and then the next palette, I have the Pink Edition notepad palette from the Crown Case, because if y'all haven't noticed, the nails are switched up, they change. Okay, so I'm going to be moving on to my next color. I'm not going to go full all the way out like I did with orange. I think orange was the best month that I did for this whole monthly color theme. I did a lot of orange makeup looks. I had a lot of orangey fun. Like orange was just everything. But I feel like I kind of sort of burnt myself out when it came down to colorful eyeshadow looks. And I think this is why I picked out so many neutral palettes, because I'm like kind of burnt off of the colors. But I like pink, and I'm like, I want to do pink month wrong. So if I don't go all the way out with pink, then we'll make up for another pink month. But pink is supposed to be the focus for this month, so we'll see how that goes. But anywho, the notepad palette from the Crown Case, and this is what she looks like. Look at this color story. Oh, okay, that just added a little spark of like just right into me, like right away. Like this color story, the pinks in here. Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful pink palette. Like I think I did like one look using this palette, and I'm so surprised because I think out of all my pink theme palettes, I think this was like my #1, because the color, the choices, the formula, like A1. And then the last palette, which is the palette that I have on my actual eyes, this is going to be the You're Golden eyeshadow palette from ColourPop. I kind of been clinging towards this. This was the actual only look that I did last week, and I used this eyeshadow palette, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do some more looks with this palette. So I did. This is look #2 using this eyeshadow palette. So I've already filmed 2 looks using this palette, so y'all will be on the lookout. Y'all wait for those. They're both really beautiful, and I feel like this is going to be like another kind of like a focus palette, to where I feel like I want to get a couple more looks out of this palette for this week, and hopefully like next week, because I feel like this is a palette that I haven't really used, and it's like actually one of my favorite top 5 ColourPop eyeshadow palettes. So we're going to need to revisit her and do some more looks with this. So that is what I have on my eyes. So I did do this full on makeup look of the things that I picked out for this week, so y'all be on the lookout. I did a really cute and simple affordable makeup look. Is pretty much what I'm going to title that video. So when y'all see that title, just know this is the makeup look for that. But so yeah, let me know how you guys feel about this video. I know I added a lot of stuff in this video, but let me know your thoughts and opinion, what you guys are excited for me to use for this week. And just be on the lookout, because the videos are coming, honey. They're coming. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a beautiful day. Stay blessed, stay amazing, and I'll catch you guys in my next upload. Bye guys.